Hello, Lorcana Lovelies, talking about ink today, and I am talking about Ruby, the bright red color of aggression and fighting, and that's kind of the gist of what it is in Lorcana. Ruby is about kind of like big characters, strength, aggression, and it's speed, all that stuff, and kind of big fighters. Ruby is very much kind of like a dealing with problems style of deck. So let's look at Ruby and let's look at what Ruby does. So first off, what makes Ruby unique? So some of the things that Ruby cares about that is very unique to Ruby is very much caring about actions. So there's a lot of cards in Ruby that care about if you played actions or get you actions back. And Lilo's an example here where if you play 3 actions, you can actually just play her for free. So Ruby caring about actions is very, very like quintessential to the color. Other things that it has is big characters that fight, and Reckless especially. Reckless is right in there where a character can't quest, it has to challenge. And Reckless is a ability that is unique to Ruby characters. It allows you to definitely control what's going on and help kind of like minimize your opponent's field. Next thing that it has that is very much a Ruby and Ruby only color is the ability to manipulate lore, cause your opponents to drop in lore, and in many cases, cause you to gain lore because of it. So that's kind of the things that make Ruby unique. And now let's talk about answers. By far, in my opinion, Ruby's got the best answers in the game. Steel has good ones too, but like Ruby's answers are great and all encompassing. So what do I mean by answers? Well, first of all, you can just destroy a character. You can just take Dragon's Fire. It doesn't matter if they're big, if they're small, if they're whatever. The only thing it doesn't get around is Ward, but you can just banish that character. Other things that you have are banish a character on an enters play ability. So you get to choose whatever you want to banish when you play Maleficent. And you can see how these are just awesome answers. Other ones that you have is, again, a banishing a character with a little asterisk if it's got to be a certain size, or banish all characters. So as you can see, very much Ruby is the banish things color, whether it comes in the form of enters play or whether it's just an ability on a card. These are just kind of a couple of examples. There's like Brawl, there's Lady Tremaine, there's just kind of fighting things with Reckless. Ruby is the color of answers. But card draw, how about? So if it can answer so many things, how is it on card draw? And the answer is it does draw cards. It doesn't draw that many cards, but it does draw cards. It's just card draw is attached to what the color wants to do anyways. So in this case, challenge and banish things. So we have, say, the Queen of Hearts as an example here, who draws you cards when you challenge. We have Go the Distance as a song as an example, where you get to ready a character, which is kind of what Ruby wants to be doing anyways, ready its characters to do things again, and you draw a card. It's just the character has to be damaged. So it implies that the character already had to have done something. Last one that I have here as an example is an item that draws you card when your characters are banished in a challenge. So as you can see, very much the Ruby is the fight stuff type of color. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the idea of analogous colors. So if you look at the color wheel, analogous colors are side by side on the color wheel. So in the case of red, that would be orange on one side of it and purple on the other. They look very nice together. They look harmonious. They have those things in common. And same can be said, I would say, about the Lorcana inks, and they can have things in common. So analogous colors, as far as inks go, have things in common. They have just keyword abilities. You can look at them and you can say, yeah, I can see how these two things will go together. First example that I have is removal. So Ruby has removal and Steel has removal. So if you just want the keeping the board empty removal style deck, these two colors will definitely do that. Um, Other ones that I have here are with Rush. Rush is great and very aggressive again because you get to challenge the turn your characters come in, often catching your opponent off guard. And that is with Amethyst. Evasive is another one that is tricky because it keeps your characters safe while you're able to do things with them. And that it shares with two colors. It shares it with Emerald and it shares it with Amethyst. And so it's kind of like the analogous colors, just kind of right off the keywords there. Last thing that I have to talk about is complementary color abilities. So if analogous colors are side by side, complementary are on opposite sides of each other. They have nothing in common. They're going different directions and they're trying to do different things. But Just like complementary colors, as far as color theory goes, they can pop each other up and make each other stronger. So can it in Lorcana. So the first one that I have is with Sapphire. So Ruby wants to play real big characters, but it takes a while to get up to them. And so Sapphire fixes that problem with ramp. You get to ink and ink quicker, ink more often each turn, which means that you get to those big 9-drop plays a lot quicker than you should be able to. My next one is with Amber. So Amber wants to heal and be nice and get along with everything, and Ruby wants to fight. However, if you pair the two of them together and you can do it right, you can heal your Ruby characters with your Amber abilities, which means that they could stick around for longer to fight some more. So that's kind of the gist on ruby as a color. It's a very strong and powerful color. It's very much a control what's going on in like the most like physical sense by challenging and by doing damage. It feels just like that red dragon color. That might be because I just looked at a couple of Maleficents and a couple Dragon Spires, but that's what it feels like to me. It's a great color, and it's a great color and assertive color. So if that's the color for you, those are some things you can pair it with.